Hello guys, here is another tutorial. In this video I will show you how to change the oil, the engine oil and the oil filter on a Fiat Punto mk2 1.2 liters 16 volts. First of all, I show you what kind of tools I am going to use for this procedure. We will need a jack. We can use this type here that comes with our car, or this other type, a bit more professional. We need one or more jack stands. Then we need an Allen key like this. It is a 12mm one. You can use an extension like this other wrench that I have here that comes with the car. Then we need some tools for the oil filter. I have here several keys. We will use this one because the filter in this case is in a very strict position. Then of course we need a new oil filter like this. We need also some containers that we will use to catch the oil from the engine. Some papers, journals or something like that. Something that we can use on the ground to lean over. And of course, last but not least, fresh new engine oil. That being said, let's begin. First of all, make sure that you pull the handbrake. Then put the jack under the car where you can see these signs. I put a piece of wood between the car and the jack. And let's lift the car. Once we reached the height that we want, put the jack stand and lower the jack until the car sits firmly on the jack stand. Now let's put under the engine some journals, papers, open the hood, open the cap on the engine and lift up the dipstick. Put the pan under the engine and let's use the Allen key to unscrew the oil drain plug. At the end, unscrew it with your hand. Let's drain the oil for several minutes. The oil will flow easily if the engine is warm, but be careful not to burn yourself. Okay, now let's unscrew the oil filter. Once released, we can unscrew it by hand, of course. When the oil comes out, put another pan underneath and catch all the oil that drains. Now let's clean a bit the oil filter housing. And let's put some oil, old one or new one, it doesn't matter, on the gasket of the new oil filter. And put the new oil filter in place on his housing. Turn it by hand and tighten it by hand too. If you want to use the key, it's okay, but don't over tighten it. Take the bolt out of the oil and let's clean it a bit. Let's clean the housing of the bolt and screw it in. Now use the Allen key to tighten it. And guess what? Don't over tighten it, of course. Okay, and we're done here. Now we can remove all the papers and the journals. We can lower our car. And now we can finally put in our engine fresh new oil. This engine keeps 2.5 liters if we don't change the oil filter. Otherwise we need 2.8 liters. So let's put at least 2 liters all at once, don't worry. But then pay attention, so stop, check the oil level and put again little by little the oil in the engine. Now that we see a part of the oil on our dipstick, let's turn on the engine for a few moments. Double check underneath that no oil is coming out of the oil filter. Then recheck the level. We have to bring the oil level under the maximum. This is a perfect oil level. Put the stick back in place, close the plug and close the hood, of course. Once finished, I recommend you to bring the exhaust oil and oil filter to someone that can dispose it correctly. Okay, it is very, very important. And that's it for this other tutorial. I hope you liked it. In this case, thumbs up, leave a comment down below and subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Ciao!